If you are over 60, every bite you take and every vegetable you put on your plate can have a powerful impact on your heart. Even the ones you have always believed were healthy can affect you differently now than they did when you were younger. What if I told you that 9 vegetables, some of the most common ones in your kitchen right now, could be silently working against your heart instead of protecting it? As a heart doctor with over 30 years of experience treating older adults, I have seen this story too many times. Patients walk into my clinic proud of their diets. They eat salads every day, drink smoothies full of greens, avoid sugar, and stay away from fried foods. Yet they are still dealing with high blood pressure, shortness of breath, irregular heart rhythms, or worse. Why does this happen? Because the truth is, not every vegetable is heart-friendly after 60, especially when eaten the wrong way, in the wrong amount, or alongside common medications. In this guide, I am going to walk you through 9 vegetables that may be quietly harming your heart and share what you should eat instead. The first one might already be sitting in your refrigerator, and the last one could change how you look at healthy eating forever. Understanding your changing body after 60. Before we explore specific vegetables, it is important to understand that your body at 60 and beyond does not respond to food the same way it used to. What once protected your health can now quietly work against it, especially when these foods ignore the delicate balance of your medications and your body's changing needs. Your metabolism slows down, your digestion becomes more sensitive, and the way your body absorbs nutrients and processes medications changes dramatically. Your arteries lose flexibility, your kidneys filter more slowly, and your immune system becomes less robust. This is not failure. This is simply biology, and recognizing this is not weakness but wisdom. The 9 vegetables that may be harming your heart. 1. Spinach. When heart medicine becomes powerless. Spinach, that vibrant green vegetable we have been told for decades is a superfood, is not the enemy. However, after age 60, it can become problematic when eaten in ways that interfere with your medications. Spinach is rich in vitamin K, which plays a key role in how your blood clots. This may sound like a good thing, but here is the problem. If you are taking blood thinners like warfarin or Coumadin, this vitamin can undo the very thing your medication is trying to accomplish. Warfarin works by thinning your blood just enough to prevent dangerous clots that can cause strokes, heart attacks, or even sudden death. When you consume too much vitamin K, especially in inconsistent amounts, it interferes with warfarin's effectiveness. Your blood becomes too thick, the medication loses its power, and many seniors have no idea this interaction is happening inside their bodies. I will never forget one of my patients, Mrs. Ellie Thompson, a 72-year-old retired school teacher. She came to my clinic after suffering what we call a silent mini-stroke. She had done everything right, or so she thought. She walked daily, avoided fried food, and did not drink alcohol, but she had also been blending green smoothies every morning with a heaping cup of raw spinach, thinking she was doing something good for her heart. When I checked her blood work, I found her levels were dangerously off. Her blood had become too thick, increasing the risk of clot formation. She was shocked. No one had told her that too much spinach could actually cancel out her medication. The most tragic part was that she had no symptoms before the mini-stroke, no warning signs, just a smoothie every morning that quietly stripped her medicine of its ability to protect her. What you should know: always tell your doctor if you are making changes to your diet, especially with greens. Eat foods like spinach in moderation and consistently, not in large, unpredictable amounts. If you love spinach, do not panic. Just build it into your meal plan thoughtfully and get your blood levels checked regularly. Pickled cucumbers, the salty trap tightening around your heart. Pickles may seem harmless, even healthy, since they are made from cucumbers. But what most seniors do not realize is that those few slices on your plate may be quietly pushing your blood pressure higher each day. I will never forget Mrs. Evelyn, a warm-hearted 78-year-old widow who came to see me for ongoing high blood pressure. She had done everything her previous doctors recommended. No fried foods, daily walking, even meditation. Yet her blood pressure stayed stubbornly high. "It does not make sense, doctor," she said. "I have given up chips. I do not eat bacon anymore. I am doing everything right. It was not until I reviewed her food diary that I spotted the problem. A generous helping of pickles every day with lunch. Pickled cucumbers are not simply cucumbers. They are cucumbers soaked in a salty brine that can pack over 1,000 milligrams of sodium into just a few slices. That is more than 2/3 of the daily sodium limit recommended for older adults in a single serving. When you eat salty foods, your body retains water to balance the sodium in your bloodstream. That extra fluid increases your blood volume, which means your heart has to pump harder to move blood through your vessels. Over time, this leads to stiffening of the arteries, increased pressure inside the heart, and in many cases, chronic heart failure. The scary part is that most people feel nothing until the damage is done. In Evelyn's case, her daily pickle habit, combined with her naturally aging kidneys, meant she could not eliminate sodium as efficiently as she did in her younger years. Her heart was working harder silently every day. Better alternatives. Season with herbs like rosemary, thyme, or basil. Use lemon juice or vinegar for tanginess. Try sliced cucumbers with a splash of apple cider vinegar and herbs. 3. Red chili peppers. The fiery ingredient fueling your heart's stress. Red chili peppers contain capsaicin, the compound that gives them their heat. While capsaicin does have some benefits like mild pain relief, it also activates your sympathetic nervous system, the one responsible for your fight or flight response. This means a spike in adrenaline, increased heart rate, tighter blood vessels, and a rise in blood pressure. For a healthy 30-year-old, this reaction might go unnoticed. But after 60, it becomes a real threat. Your arteries stiffen with age, your heart becomes less flexible, and sudden surges in pressure or rhythm can push a weakened cardiovascular system into dangerous territory. Let me tell you about Mr. Raymond, a 72-year-old retired firefighter who came to my clinic with chest palpitations and occasional dizziness. When I asked about his diet, he laughed and said, "Doctor, I like it hot. Hot sauce on everything, cayenne in my eggs, jalapenos on my burgers. That is just how I eat." What Raymond did not realize was that the same heat he loved was overstimulating his cardiovascular system every single day. After running tests, we found that his heart rhythm shifted into abnormal patterns after every spicy meal. Not enough to stop it yet, but enough to wear it down over time. Heart-friendly flavor alternatives. Garlic in cooked form. Rosemary and thyme. Turmeric and fresh lemon zest. 4. Raw garlic. When nature's medicine turns against your heart. Garlic has long held a sacred place in folk medicine and modern science for its power to lower cholesterol, reduce blood pressure, and thin the blood. But even nature has limits, and when combined with the wrong medication or taken in the wrong form, garlic can become more dangerous than healing. Raw garlic contains allicin, a powerful compound that acts as a natural blood thinner. For someone not on medication, this might offer some cardiovascular benefit. But when you are over 60 and already taking blood thinners like aspirin or anticoagulants, that natural thinning effect can become dangerously exaggerated. The result can be an increased risk of internal bleeding, nosebleeds, fatigue, or in worst cases, bleeding in the brain. A younger body might buffer the effects of raw garlic, but as we grow older, our liver metabolizes compounds more slowly, our kidneys clear waste less efficiently, and our vascular system becomes more fragile. Safer way to enjoy garlic. Use it cooked rather than raw. Include it in moderate amounts. Always inform your doctor if you are using garlic regularly, especially in raw form. Woo! Raw sprouts. The innocent crunch that could threaten your health. Raw sprouts like alfalfa, mung bean, radish, or clover look fresh and vibrant. They are often seen as symbols of clean eating. But they grow in warm, moist environments, the perfect breeding ground for harmful bacteria like E. coli, salmonella, and listeria. While a younger immune system might fight these bacteria off with nothing more than an upset stomach, seniors are not so lucky. After 60, your immune defenses weaken naturally. Your body becomes slower to respond, slower to heal, and less capable of neutralizing dangerous microbes. What begins as mild digestive discomfort can quickly spiral into serious infections, dehydration, or even heart infections, especially in individuals who have heart valve damage, pacemakers, or a history of cardiovascular disease. Safe alternatives. Cook sprouts lightly by steaming, sautéing, or adding them at the end of a hot stir-fry. This simple step can kill harmful bacteria while preserving the crunch and nutrition. 6. Food and medication interactions. When healthy vegetables turn harmful. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive, not just to what we eat, but to how it interacts with the medications we rely on to stay healthy. Even the healthiest vegetables can become dangerous when paired with common heart medications. Both grapefruit and vegetables like broccoli and Brussels sprouts can interfere with how medications are absorbed and broken down by the liver. They can block or overactivate the natural cycle of how your medications work in your body. For example, vegetables high in vitamin K like kale, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and spinach can reduce the effectiveness of blood thinners. On the other hand, vegetables high in potassium like tomatoes, potatoes, and squash can raise potassium levels to unsafe levels if you are on certain heart medications. Important reminders. Always ask your doctor or pharmacist about food and drug interactions. This includes vegetables and drinks you consume every day, not just packaged products. Your medications and your meals have to work together, not against each other. C. Raw cabbage, the vegetable quietly pressuring your heart and lungs. Raw cabbage contains complex fibers and fermentable carbohydrates that ferment in the gut, especially in slower-moving digestive systems like those of older adults. The result is often gas, abdominal distension, and pressure buildup. When your abdomen becomes distended with gas or bloating, it physically crowds your chest cavity, the space where your lungs and heart operate. This can limit your ability to breathe deeply and strain a heart that may already be dealing with age-related changes. For people who already have heart conditions where the heart has trouble relaxing between beats, that pressure becomes more than discomfort. It becomes a barrier to proper heart function. Better preparation methods. Cook cabbage lightly by sautéing or steaming. This helps break down the tougher fibers and reduce fermentation. You can still enjoy the benefits without the digestive stress. 8. Canned vegetables. The healthy food sneaking salt into your heart. Canned vegetables, though they start out wholesome, are often packed in brine or salted water to preserve them. That added sodium may not taste overwhelmingly salty, but it accumulates quickly. For older adults, the recommended daily limit of sodium is around 1,500 milligrams. Just 2 servings of regular canned vegetables can quietly push you well past that limit. And that is without counting the salt in bread, sauces, or soups. As we age, our kidneys lose efficiency, our blood vessels stiffen, and the heart works harder to pump blood through less elastic arteries. Sodium acts like a sponge, retaining fluid in your bloodstream, increasing volume, and raising blood pressure. Better choices. Choose low sodium or no salt added versions. Rinse canned vegetables thoroughly under water before eating them. Add flavor with herbs, lemon, or vinegar instead of salt. Joe. Overdoing heart-healthy vegetables when too much of a good thing becomes dangerous. Even the healthiest vegetables can become dangerous when consumed in excess, especially after age 60. Your body does not just need more healthy food, it needs the right amount, the right combination, and the right timing. Vegetables like beets and spinach are high in compounds called oxalates. When eaten in large quantities, these can strain kidney function and contribute to kidney stones. Spinach and kale are also rich in vitamin K, which can interfere with blood thinner medications if eaten inconsistently. Sweet potatoes and other starchy root vegetables are high in potassium, a mineral that is essential but dangerous in excess when paired with common heart medications. The key principles. Your body after 60 needs precision and balance, not overload. Rotate your vegetables rather than eating the same ones in large amounts every day. Work with your healthcare team to understand how your food choices interact with your medications. What you should eat instead. Vegetables that truly support your heart after 60. Now that we have covered the potential problems, let me share the vegetables that genuinely support your aging heart without creating new complications. Heart-friendly vegetable choices. Steamed broccoli and green beans. These vegetables are low in sodium, high in fiber, and packed with antioxidants that help reduce inflammation in the arteries. When lightly cooked, they are easy to digest and do not interfere with common heart medications. Green beans provide potassium and magnesium, which help regulate blood pressure without the risk of overloading your system. Cooked carrots. Sweet, familiar, and comforting, carrots are rich in beta-carotene, which supports blood vessel health. Their natural sweetness helps curb cravings for processed snacks that are often loaded with salt. When roasted or gently boiled, they provide a soothing, heart-friendly side dish. Zucchini mild, hydrating, and low in calories. Zucchini brings a valuable dose of vitamin C and soluble fiber, which supports cholesterol control. It is also low in compounds that might strain kidney function, making it a safer choice for seniors. Sweet potatoes in moderation. Their rich color signals a high level of antioxidants, especially beta-carotene. They offer natural fiber and complex carbohydrates that help stabilize blood sugar. When baked instead of fried, sweet potatoes become a slow-burning fuel that does not spike your insulin or tax your heart. Cooked tomatoes. Unlike their raw form, cooked tomatoes release lycopene, a potent antioxidant shown to improve the health of blood vessel linings. Lycopene has been linked to a reduced risk of heart disease, and pairing it with a small amount of olive oil can improve its absorption. Lightly sautéed kale. While raw kale can interfere with certain medications, lightly cooked kale is a rich source of vitamins A and C, as well as fiber. It supports arterial health and helps reduce oxidative stress on the heart when prepared properly. By the time you reach your 60s, 70s, or 80s, your heart has already beaten over 2 billion times, working faithfully without asking for much in return. Now, in these golden years, your heart needs something from you: wisdom. This wisdom comes not from health fads or magazine headlines, but from understanding your body's new needs. After 60, your metabolism slows down, digestion becomes more sensitive, and the way your body absorbs nutrients and medications changes dramatically. But that does not mean food becomes the enemy. On the contrary, food, when chosen wisely, can still be your most powerful medicine. The vegetables I have recommended are gentle on the digestive system, low in sodium, rich in fiber and antioxidants, and most importantly, they work in harmony with the medications and changes of an aging body. There is no perfect diet, and there is no one-size-fits-all miracle. But what I do know, what I have learned not from textbooks but from decades of working with patients like you, is that small, consistent choices matter far more than grand, unsustainable ones. You do not have to eat like a monk. You do not have to give up all pleasure. You just have to start listening to your body and learning how to live in harmony with the new reality of aging. One of the greatest lies people believe after 60 is that it is too late. I cannot tell you how many seniors have walked into my office carrying regret, saying, "I wish I had taken better care of myself earlier." Yet those same people, when they begin to make better choices, start to feel better. Their blood pressure drops, their energy returns, they sleep more deeply, and their minds feel clearer. It is never too late to start protecting your heart. Not at 60, not at 75, not even at 90, but it starts with a mindset shift. Stop thinking of your diet as punishment or limitation, and begin to see it as a daily act of love toward the body that has carried you all these years. This is not about perfection, it is about participation. You do not need to overhaul your life in one day. Just start by asking one small question at each meal. Is this feeding my heart, or is it working against it? Your next heartbeat is a gift. So is your next meal. So is your next chance to say, "I choose to take care of myself today." Not for perfection, not for appearance, but for the sacred responsibility of honoring the life you still have left to live. Let us start there together, one wise bite at a time.